Xi warned officials that efforts to stop virus could hurt economy, sources.
Here's a summary of the article.
Beijing, Chinese President Xi Jinping warned top officials last week that efforts to contain the new coronavirus had gone too far, threatening the country's economy, sources told Reuters, days before Beijing rolled out measures to soften the blow. With growth at its slowest in nearly 3 decades, China's leaders seem eager to strike a balance between protecting an already slowing economy and stamping out an epidemic that has killed more than 1,000 people and infected more than 40,000. After reviewing reports on the outbreak from the National Development and Reform Commission and other economic departments, Xi told local officials during a February 3 meeting of the Politburo Standing Committee that some of the actions taken to contain the virus are harming the economy, said 2 people familiar with the meeting, who declined to be named because of the sensitivity of the matter. Since the meeting, China's central bank has vowed to step up support for the economy and prepared policy tools to offset the damage. In the context of the epidemic and the downward pressure on the economy, it is more important to maintain economic growth, Pan Gongsheng, vice-governor of China's central bank, said on Friday. On Monday, Zhejiang Province, an economic powerhouse in eastern China, ordered local authorities not to overreact by restricting everyday movement or shutting down shops of chain stores and convenience stores that sell daily necessities such as vegetables, cooking oil as well as meat, eggs and dairy products, according to a government release. China's official media has been trying to project calm.
This post received a score of 5,528, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Xi, GDP greater than peasants. Big brain Xi, if enough poor people die the average Chinese citizen is richer.
Well, if his thoughts actually are going along lines he is mostly thinking that about a reduction in elderly.
Luckily that'll make Cho Blogs less likely to lose points on her score for not visiting her grandmother.
Greater than Cho Blogs, haha, I love it, a Chinese version of Joe Blogs. But apparently the most common male first name is Wei Long, and the most common surname is Wang. So the Chinese equivalent of John Smith is Wei Long Wang.
Surname, first name, second name is the right order.
There's not going to be much of an economy when everyone is either infected, dead, or the country goes into a panic trying to avoid getting sick.
Yeah, but won't anyone think about those poor rich folks who will lose their 13th house?
13 house, in another country where they bribe officials so they don't pay property tax and can leave the house empty forever as an investment.
Vancouver.
Well yeah, except the bribing officials because there is an empty housing tax they need to pay here. To people that are that rich it's a fucking joke how little that tax is.
Toronto put off enacting an empty housing tax because of concerns from impacted individuals.
I'll try and find an article but some people tried that here in Vancouver and it was the funniest pity party I've ever seen. Her husband is a doctor and she is a teacher and they live in Bowen Island but have a condo in downtown Vancouver and she tried to make it seem like she can't afford this tax. No fucking sympathy from anyone out here, especially people that don't own any property lol.
That actually seems like a case the tax isn't meant for, though. The tax is meant to deter people from just parking money in Vancouver property, not people who actually live there.
It likely will, but you can damn well rebuild a lot easier with less dead people. They need to keep as many people from getting sick as possible if they want to be productive quicker. Though he probably should care about keeping his citizens healthy over money from a moral standpoint, but apparently that's too much to ask.
Well, ironically China would probably gain a lot if a lot of elders died since their population pyramid isn't looking too good after the one-kid politics.
I've been thinking about this too. The counter is that something like 20% of people that get the virus end up in hospital. That will certainly overwhelm the healthcare system, and even if it's strictly the oldest 20%, many of those will still be working, so it's also a hit to productivity.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.